The Galaxy S25 series has been the center of attention for tech enthusiasts worldwide, and now, a surprising revelation has emerged about its memory configuration. Samsung, the world's leading memory chip manufacturer, might not rely on its own memory chips for this next-generation flagship lineup. Instead, it seems the company is looking elsewhere. This move could mark a significant shift in Samsung's strategy. Reports from South Korea suggest that most Galaxy S25 units will feature DRAM chips supplied by Micron, a US-based competitor and longtime rival of Samsung Semiconductor. While Micron has been a secondary memory chip supplier for Samsung smartphones for over a decade, this marks the first time it has been elevated to the role of the primary supplier. Samsung's own semiconductor division, once the frontrunner, will reportedly serve only as the secondary memory chip provider for this premium lineup. This decision stems from a meticulous evaluation by Samsung MX, the division responsible for Samsung's smartphones. According to insiders, the choice was driven by comparisons in performance and pricing between Micron's and Samsung's DRAM chips. Micron's chips reportedly outperformed Samsung's in several critical areas, including efficiency and thermal management. This assessment highlights a significant issue within Samsung's semiconductor division, which has struggled to keep pace with advancements made by its competitors. Micron's DRAM chips are based on its advanced 1-bit process technology, utilizing 10-nanometer class designs. These chips are not only more efficient, but also generate less heat compared to Samsung's current offerings. In contrast, Samsung has reportedly faced challenges in addressing the higher heat generation of its own DRAM chips, which has become a growing concern in the industry. This decision to prioritize Micron over its in-house memory chips could be seen as a setback for Samsung Semiconductor. It raises questions about whether the division can maintain its competitive edge, especially in the face of rapid advancements by rivals like Micron. For Samsung Electronics, this situation represents an indirect acknowledgement that it may need to accelerate innovation within its semiconductor arm. Falling behind in both high-bandwidth memory, HBM, and low-power DRAM, LPDDR technology puts additional pressure on the company to deliver solutions that match or exceed the performance of its competitors. Now let's delve into the memory configurations of the Galaxy S25 series. The phones are expected to be powered by Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, offering either 12 GB or 16 GB of LPDDR5X DRAM. These configurations are paired with a minimum of 256 GB of UFS 4.0 storage. For those opting for the top-tier Galaxy S25 Ultra, the 512 GB and 1 TB variants are rumored to feature 16 GB of RAM, making it a powerhouse for performance, and memory chips introduces a fascinating subplot to the narrative. It reflects the evolving dynamics within Samsung and the broader tech industry, where competition and innovation drive every decision. As Samsung prepares to unveil the Galaxy S25 series, all eyes will be on the final product and its performance. Will Micron's DRAM chips truly elevate the user experience? And can Samsung Semiconductor bounce back with cutting-edge innovations in the near future? Only time will tell. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Samsung made the right choice with Micron? Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Two of the biggest heavyweights in the smartphone world, Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max and Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra. Both of these phones push the boundaries of mobile technology, offering cutting-edge features and exceptional performance. But which one takes the crown as the best big phone of 2024? Let's dive in and compare them side by side. Design. Starting with the design, both phones have distinct looks that reflect their brand identities. The iPhone 16 Pro Max stays true to Apple's iconic rectangular shape with flat sides and soft corners. This year, it features an even slimmer bezel, allowing for a larger 6.9-inch display. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra, on the other hand, keeps its sleek, curved edges and integrates the ever-popular S Pen, a feature unique to Samsung's Ultra series. Size-wise, the differences are minimal. The iPhone 16 Pro Max measures 163mm at 77.6mm, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra is slightly shorter, but a bit wider at 162.3mm x 79mm. That extra width allows room for the S Pen, which gives Samsung an edge in productivity. Apple, however, introduces something new this year, the camera control button, a capacitive touch key that allows for zooming and other camera controls with a swipe. When it comes to color options, Apple sticks with its sophisticated muted tones, white, black, natural, and the new Desert Titanium. Samsung goes for more variety with options like Titanium Violet and Yellow. And for those ordering through Samsung's website, you get access to exclusive colors like Titanium Blue and Green. Display. Now, onto the display. Both phones deliver top-tier screen technology. The iPhone 16 Pro Max boasts a 6.9-inch OLED display with a buttery-smooth 120Hz refresh rate. As with the iPhone 15 Pro series, you also get the always-on display feature, which lowers the refresh rate to just 1 Hz when the phone is idle. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra isn't far behind with its stunning 6.8-inch AMOLED display that also supports 120Hz refresh rates and an always-on feature. One advantage Samsung brings is an anti-reflective coating, making outdoor visibility much easier in bright sunlight, something the iPhone lacks. Both displays are breathtakingly vibrant, but there are subtle differences in color. The iPhone 16 Pro Max tends to lean towards warmer yellowish tones, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra has a cooler, more tealish hue. A standout feature for the iPhone 16 Pro Max is its ability to drop its brightness to just 1 nit for easier nighttime viewing, great for late-night scrolling. Performance. Now let's talk about what's under the hood. The iPhone 16 Pro Max is powered by Apple's latest A18 Pro chip, built on a second-generation 3nm process. This makes it incredibly efficient, with significant improvements in heat dissipation and sustained performance compared to its predecessor, the A17 Pro chip. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra is no slouch either. It runs on the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip, custom-tuned for Galaxy devices. While the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 performs well, especially in gaming and graphics-intensive tasks, it tends to throttle a bit sooner than Apple's A18 Pro under extreme stress. In benchmark tests, the iPhone 16 Pro Max leads in CPU performance, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra takes the edge in 3D graphics, scoring slightly higher in peak performance. However, Apple's new chip excels in long-term sustained performance, so if you're planning on pushing your phone to its limits, the iPhone may have a slight edge. Camera next. Let's discuss one of the most critical aspects of any flagship phone, the cameras. The iPhone 16 Pro Max features a 48-megapixel main sensor paired with a new 48-megapixel ultra-wide sensor and a 12-megapixel telephoto lens with 5x optical zoom. Apple has also introduced a new lens coating to minimize lens flare, addressing a common complaint in previous models. On the flip side, Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra brings its camera game with a 200-megapixel main camera, a 50-megapixel zoom lens, a 10-megapixel telephoto camera with 3x zoom, and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide sensor. Samsung has packed in more megapixels, but remember, megapixels aren't everything. The iPhone tends to produce more natural-looking photos, whereas the Galaxy S24 Ultra sometimes leans into oversaturation, delivering more vibrant images. In low-light photography, both phones perform exceptionally well, but Samsung's larger sensor can capture more detail in some scenarios. For video, the iPhone takes the crown with its 4K recording at 120 frames per second, ideal for capturing stunning slow-motion footage. While Samsung's camera app offers tons of customization, Apple's new camera control button provides a more intuitive experience for videographers. Battery life and charging. In terms of battery life, the iPhone 16 Pro Max packs a 4,685 mAh battery, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra edges it out with a 5,000 mAh battery. Both phones are more than capable of lasting through a day of heavy use, but Samsung's slightly larger battery may give it a slight advantage. When it comes to charging, Samsung takes the lead. The Galaxy S24 Ultra supports 45-watt wired charging compared to the iPhone's 20-watt charging speed. Samsung also has reverse wireless charging, which allows you to charge other devices like earbuds on the back of your phone, something Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max doesn't offer. Software. Lastly, let's compare software. Both iOS and One UI are polished, mature operating systems, but they offer different user experiences. The iPhone 16 Pro Max is a fantastic choice. But if you're looking for more customization options, better charging speeds, and love the idea of an S Pen, Galaxy S24 Ultra might be the perfect phone for you. Ultimately, both of these phones are top-tier devices with a ton to offer. Whichever one you choose, you're getting a powerful, feature-packed smartphone that will keep you ahead of the curve in 2024.